My name is Chris Ramsey, and welcome to The Shift. Brought to you by Murphy. Please stop. Murphy'sMagic.com.
I don't really like tally ho cards, but it's fine. These cards are, it's kind of cheap. I actually prefer something a little bit nicer. For example, the knocks are pretty nice.
What up, family? My name is Chris Ramsey, and welcome back once again to The Shift. So glad you're able to join me this week. We've got a sick show lined up, but before we get into that, let's take care of business. Last week, we had a contest where we were giving away Something Out of the Ordinary by Nicholas Lawrence and Through by Daniel Bryan, and the winner of that giveaway is the Heavy Metal Magician. Yeah, so, hey dude, contact us via Facebook, so facebook.com/Murphy's Magic Supplies, and we will send that out to you ASAP. Before I go any further, I want to announce something. So, we've been having 4 lectures a month for our At the Table experience, which was cool. Problem with that is, to get proper quality, for a month, it's a lot to handle, and we really want to focus on bringing you the very best of the magic industry. In the month of May, we have one of the most prolific creators and consultants in the industry, and also an employee of Murphy's Magic and an ex-host of the show that he did, Unwrapped, right? Kyle Marlette. So Kyle will be bringing his organic, fun, visual magic to you guys, and that'll be hosted by Greg Wilson. So be sure to check that out. And then after that, we have the one and only Peter Turner. Now, if you're not familiar with Peter Turner, you've been living literally in some grotto, because Peter Turner is probably the most sought after, the most mysterious, and one of the most creative mentalists of our era. He's put out products that have sold out within 4 hours. It's absolutely insane. This guy is a machine. And we have him coming up in the month of May, and guess who's hosting it? This guy. So you'll be seeing my ugly mug in California sit next to Peter Turner in the studio, and we'll be jamming it out. So be sure to tune into that, but I'll definitely keep you guys posted in the upcoming episodes. Alrighty, so let's get down and dirty. This week on The Deal, we are dealing with Arckey by Taiwan Ben, and Moments by Rory Adams. 2 really cool products. I want to start off by Arckey, so I'll show you guys a performance. I went out last night with a few friends, and I performed Arckey, so check that out, and we'll talk about it after this.
Alright, cool, film. Hey Alex, come here. Can I show you something quickly? You have a second? 5 seconds, man. Check this out. I do magic. Do you mind? You're just gonna film a little trick for me. Sure. Alright. So I got my card keys, right? Watch this. Could you hold your hand out? Alright. Wrap your hand around that. Hold that like that. You know what Magneto is? It's a country in Texas. I was thinking the X-Men. Right, exactly. What can he do? Bend metal and stuff, right? You might start to feel something in your hands. You're starting to feel something heat up a little bit in your hand. Do you feel anything at all? Maybe a bit.
Maybe it's just my subconscious level. I'm not crazy on magic.
Slowly open your hands. I don't want to touch it. Show the camera. Yeah, I'm down. I drank though, so I can't drive anyways. Thanks, man.
So that was my performance of Arckey by Taiwan Ben. It is a self-bending car key. So on the market there already exists a self-bending key. This is a car key. That's basically the only difference. It comes with this little thing, which is cool because it makes people think I drive a BMW, which is nice, which I don't. So that's a big fat lie. Ups and downs. First of all, I'm gonna say the negative, and this friend pointed this out to me. Obviously, is your key, right? So, I mean, you don't want to bend a spectator's key because that would, be really dumb. The fact that it is your key, does it take away from the experience? And in the performance, you can see it really doesn't. And so, obviously, there's some built-in comedy there. I mean, if you're an adult out having some drinks, or if you want to prevent somebody from driving, you just grab these and be like, all right, I got your keys, hold on to this, boom, starts to bend. See, because you've been drinking, now you can't go out and drive. And nobody knows that this isn't the person's key. So there's like a dual reality thing that you can do with this. So you can either use it as your key, you can use it as someone else's for a crowd. That works fine too. Anything that happens in the spectator's hand is very powerful, obviously. And this is kind of cool because as it bends, like, if you watch the video again, you can kind of see it like finish this way. So they know it's coming and they can feel it. As far as temperature goes, it is one of those things where you can't obviously have in your hands the whole time. Once it's set and ready, you leave it on a table and it will be good as long as you don't apply any heat to it, right? So that's how these things work, obviously. So I have nothing more to say on the matter. This is a self-bending car key. Pretty self-explanatory. Alright, now we have Moments by Rory Adams. Moments is a multi-effect DVD produced by us here at Murphy's Magic. Check out some performances. So the first one is just a quick visual thing I did for the camera and Instagram, which is really cool. And the second, gonna mute the sound because of the bar noise and everything else, but you'll see the effect that I perform, and then we'll talk about those effects and the rest of the effects after watching this. One of my favorite things to do at school was to shoot elastics. So check this out. This is target practice. So I hope you enjoyed my performances of some of the tricks that are on this DVD. First of all, if you don't know Rory Adams, he's actually a consultant now for Dynamo, I believe, and is very, very creative, and everything he creates is very visual. It's eye candy all the way. So you have like a dozen eye candy effects on this DVD, but not only is it a DVD about magic, it's a road trip. Kyle picks up Rory from the airport, they hop in the car, and they just go on this road trip together, and throughout meet people, perform magic, and then afterwards teach it to the camera wherever they are. So it was a really cool experience watching this thing. I felt like I was watching a movie, and at the end of it, lo and behold, I've learned 10 new tricks. So what a fun way to learn magic. Super out of the box. You know, they're not in some stagnant studio with like white lights buzzing. You know, it's very, very friendly, cool, hip. I recommend watching it just for the road trip. I mean, if you don't want to learn the magic, that's fine, but I'm pretty sure you're gonna have a fun time just checking the CBD out. So the effects that I performed, the first one is target practice, where you take 2 rubber bands and you sling one of them onto the other, and you can hand that out and they can inspect it, which is really cool. Leaves them with an impossible object. You also will learn the trick that I did in the bar was Magneto, where you shuffle the deck, you have a whole bunch of cards put down on the table, and you shove them under your hand, you lift your hand up, and only one card is remaining on the table, which is a selection, and then the other ones just kind of fall off your hand. Super organic and impromptu, so borrowed deck. As is most of the magic on here is very much with ordinary items that you would have on you. I'm not going to go through every single effect because this show would be an hour long, but I can tell you that there are card tricks, there's an impromptu card rise, there's coin trick, there's a spoon trick, there's a trick with the rope of your hoodie where you tear and restore it very fairly and very visually. There's a gum trick. I mean, there's a DVD trick where it's ridiculously visual, where you take a DVD and then just change it to another DVD. So everything on here I loved. I would probably perform about 3 or 4 of the effects that are on here. I would go out and perform them without a hitch, without a problem. And that's saying a lot, because normally I get these DVDs and if there's one thing I retain, I'm really happy. To recap, I think this DVD is great because you get to see live performances and because you get thoroughly entertained by the road trip, and also because the magic on it is clever, visual, organic, and pretty much most of it's impromptu. And the stuff that isn't is like quickly reset. So all in all, I freaking love this DVD. So I'm kind of jelly that he got to do the road trip and teach magic. I think that's such a cool idea once again. Moments by Rory Adams. Alright, to win a copy of Moments and Arckey, you must simply like this video and comment below what you thought about the effects, what you thought about the routines, and what you think about the products. I will choose one lucky winner next week to take home these 2 prizes. So hey, thanks once again for stopping by, and we'll catch you guys next week. Have a safe weekend for what's left of it, and I love you.